Hi everyone, my name is Thusang Isaac Mahlangu. I was born on the 27th of May in 1976, so I'm giving my age away. The first school that I went to was called Mahlangu Primary School in Mabetla. Then we later on moved to Pimville, where I attended Tlalefang. Then later I went to Mkhodi, where I did my grade 5 until grade 7. My educational experience in primary school, what I can remember is, especially at Mahlangu, where they used to have these soup and bread, days where, so some of the kids could not afford to bring food to school. And I remember also in Tlalefang and Khodi, there was also what we call Malebesi, which was also an NGO which supported children who did not have food. Because if you don't have food, you can't really concentrate in class, right? So they provided, I remember, a slice of toast or bread and an egg, Our classes were full in primary school. I mean, you would have an average of 30, 40 kids in a class. So the teachers did not have enough attention they could bring to each and every single pupil in the class. So if you're struggling, it was not good because you would not get the necessary attention. If I look at the significance of June 16, for me, I look at that these young kids were fighting against a system, an evil system called apartheid, which was teaching them to be apart and to hate each other. And when these students got together in 1976, and they were a catalyst of the change and the rainbow nation that we are enjoying today, they got together by just taking bricks, stones, and lids from dustbins, the metal lids, while they were up against the police force, which were using guns. And we all remember one of the casualties was Hector Peterson. It was a sad day for us, but at the same time, we gotta admire the courage of these young students who went up against this evil system that we eventually was broken. And when we all managed to vote in 1994, and we all can have equal rights and equal opportunity. My name Thusang came from that experience because my parents, when she was giving birth to me, or my parents were on their way to the hospital, of course, people were screaming and shouting for help. So Thusang means help. And I believe that the kids of 1976 helped us to be where we are today. And without them, we wouldn't be having a country that we have today. Yes, there are many other issues that we have in the country, but they were a huge catalyst in making sure they get rid of an evil system, a crime against humanity. And today we can enjoy the benefits of all these young, courageous kids. And many of them lost their lives. Some of them disappeared. But we can never be less thankful for what they've done. They've done an incredible job. And we are thankful for that. Thank you.
Hey, my name is Hlonolo Matseba, or some people know me as Hloni Matseba, around school. I'm from Soweto, Protea North. That's around like Shawela, Protea Glen, or like Mapetla, if you don't know where that is. Most people commonly know like our people from our areas, like cheese boys and cheese girls of like Soweto, but we're not really like that, We're part of the struggle to tell you the truth. So yeah, that's a bit about the place I am from. And my education is, it was like it was an experience. That's one thing I can say for it, because I went to 2 different schools, so I never really had one traditional experience like everyone else. I remember the first school I went to was Basa, which is like 10 minutes away from home in Soweto. One thing they had there, I feel like that taught me well, was that they had physical discipline. So I always had to be on my toes. I always had to be expecting the unexpected, I feel like that's one thing that taught me how to be like a critical thinker. So that's that one was it is. I think it was good to a certain extent, education. But then from grade 4 to 7, I went to Horizon View Primary School in like Rodiport, and it was honestly, it was a really different experience because this was the first time I'd ever gone to like a kind of diverse school. This is the first school this is the first time I'd ever been to school with white people and like Indians. And then I was like what? Then I was like, I was just so surprised because this is the first time I'd ever like been to school with white people, and let alone there was like 10 of them in my school. I was like surprised because then I got to learn like different cultures, and like it was just like a part of an ethnicity that was just like mixing up every single time, you know. And that's one place where I feel like I learned my identity as a South African, you know, who I am, you know, and other stuff like that. And the significance Youth Day brought to me was to tell you the truth, at first there wasn't no significance for Youth Day for me until I was like 15. Like it really never meant anything to me. It was like another day where I got to skip school. Honestly, it was like, I get to skip school, so that's fine. But then afterwards, like I started to do like some history, to learn some history and like South African history, and I learned from my grandparents too. And the way it started is that Youth Day was like, or the whole base of Youth Day is that back in like 1976, the students fought against they protested against the government, because the government itself was trying to instill like Afrikaans in like township schools, and these township schools, like, they did not want Afrikaans because they wanted to learn their own languages, you know, they wanted to learn their own way. Also they wanted to just change the education system because the only things they could learn to do was to be a doctor, a teacher, and a policeman. Imagine only ever being able to do 3 careers. And nowadays, I can go to school and I could decide to be a biomedical engineer. I could decide to be an accountant. That's really just like an amazing experience, honestly. And the significance it brings to me is like, it humbles me, and I'm also grateful for it because like I wouldn't be here if my predecessors decided not to fight. I wouldn't be able to go to St. Olmos College if my predecessors decided not to fight. I wouldn't be able to do Spady if my predecessors decided not to fight. I'd probably be doing Afrikaans and getting very bad marks, and I wouldn't make it out of high school, you know. So honestly, the significance it brings to me is like, it's really close to my heart because our grandparents were there. They were the part of the people that fought. So that's like, it just like really hits close to home. It's like a motivational pill I take every day, you know. And that's the significance it brings to me.